Okay, let's go over this. I'm gonna send out the live to my group. All right, I hope y'all are feeling good today. And let's go over what I'm seeing on the charts. It's a lot of very, 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 man, I just hate to sound like I'm complaining, but I'm really not a big fan of like what's going on with the market right now as far as like the price action. But nevertheless, we got to play what we see. So first off, we had this trend line right here that we had broke. Let me go to SPX. Go to SPX and do this. And the ES is just selling off. It was up all day, and then it just sold off like the last hour and a half. What is my screen doing? Okay, taking forever. All right, so on the daily time frame, so you see it's much more cleaner right here. Support. We got one close below this range. They've been just sitting on the support line, and we broke it. And the fact that they gapped up the way they did, you got earnings, you got chips, like they're not selling this thing off. Like just the overall market, like you got SanDisk and Micron, AMD that pulled back pretty good, but then you got some of the Mag 7 earnings just kept the market up. So a few things I'm looking at on the 2-day time frame. We got a hammer, like pretty much I'm like a fell 2 down on the 2-day. So this is an entry for 2-day call entry right here. Well, I'm gonna just mark that out for right now. Let me go back over these trend lines. So I'm seeing this right here. And we get into a place to where we just run out of space. You can see this, right? And we go on a daily, that you see it a little bit better. Look at that. We don't have no more room except for, to me, I think we're going to break to the upside. Even though the market pulled all the way back just now, it's just selling. I'm looking at it on my iPad over here on the ES. The ES is just selling. So I don't, it's just weird stuff going on. So I'm just trying to see, like, okay, are we going to come back up here, break above this downtrend line, come back up here, or are we going to break back down and close up underneath this line today? So I don't know. We're going to see. We got the lines drawn out on the daily, but the 2-day time frame, we got to, that buy up yesterday, they pretty much closed well above this white line right here. But I'm just a bit confused because the ES is selling off, because it's like, okay, are we? You just got to understand, like, this is strong consolidation. Like this sideways, this is just, you have to be very grateful for what the market gives you. You got to be very precise. So I'm looking to see if they're going to try to break above this and come here, or we're going to go to the downside and the gate like close back up underneath this line, reject off like this trend line right here that we have, or just come back up underneath here today. So I don't know what they're going to do. So to me, it really feels like it's a great chance that we'll consolidate today. I don't know why, or we're gonna. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to play what I see, and I want to go through this chart right here on the daily time frame. So let's bring in the average true range. Just a bit annoyed by this price action. I'm not gonna lie. Just because I really want this pullback in this market. So that's why I'm a bit frustrated just with the market overall. It's like, if you're gonna go up, go up. If you're gonna sell off, sell off. It's like, what are we doing? I'm gonna grab my other notebook. Oh, I can stay with this one. Market just gave up that whole overnight move just now. So let's look at. I'm about to draw my levels for SPX today. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we had a daily close yesterday at 74.37, 63 cents with an ATR of $87.28. So let's do the math. Okay, so we got a target to the upside that can get to 75.24. All right, so that's the price target we could possibly get to today. And I'm gonna show y'all like the gaps and the entry levels that I'm looking at taking possibly if we start to push to the upside. But it's kind of giving bearish vibes. They just gave up that whole move, the whole up move. They was gapped up overnight, and they've been selling the last hour. So yeah, who knows what they're gonna do? 74.37, 74.37. Subtract 87.28. All right, 73.50. We can get it as low as 73.50. $73.50 and 35 cents. So understand when the 73.50 and what I say 35 cents. Yeah. When this market is consolidating, man, you just have to have a lot of time on your hands and a lot of patience. I'm just really waiting on this pullback. Like y'all see what I'm saying? Okay, so we got we got an inside candle. Yeah, that's what that was yesterday. So we got a put entry to the downside and the call entry to the upside. Wow, this thing retracted the whole move. Jeez. What the heck? Okay, on the 2-day chart, we got a fell 2 down on the 2-day. So this is what I want to mark. It's inside of here. 2-day call entry. And we got, let's go back to the daily. We got a daily fair value gap close right here that they possibly can get back to. We are in an interesting spot. Yeah, I see these trend lines I got that's going like here and then coming down. Yeah. Crazy stuff. But I'm not going to mark the call entry to the upside on the daily because we got that 2-day call entry right above it. So I'm gonna use that. And so you have another daily target right here. And then let's go to the 4 hour. 2 up on the 4 hour. So you got to put entry on the 4 hour. Why is it doing that? Okay. If it triggers these 4 hour puts, you try to aim for the next candle low. Just right here, set the put entry on the daily. And you got an inside candle on the 1 hour. So you got to call entry and put entry. These blinds. Sorry. Sun is shining hard as hell in my face. Got a 1 hour price target to the downside right here. Oh, let's do this one instead. PT 1 hour. Those are all the price targets to the downside on the 1 hour. Well, I'm not gonna mark that one. There's too many damn lines. Got enough targets. Okay, we got a 1 hour fair value gap close right inside this range. You got all these 1 hour targets to the upside. Wow, market's still selling off. Market is right back flat, right back at the open. On the ES, that is. Only reason why I'm a bit frustrated at that is because I really, at this point, kind of wish they would have stayed up there with the gap up. And then that way we could have played puts to the downside to get the gap closed, but they took away the move. So that's why if you can tell that I'm frustrated, that's why. See if there's any comments. So I think I just be trying to think ahead. That's really what it come down to. I'm just trying to think ahead on like how we could have played. So that them giving up the whole entire move is just it's annoying as hell. Because I'm bearish on the market, but I can't ignore the filter down on the 2-day. So because they changed everything, but at the same time, it's like they've been so stuck in this range. It's like I know we have the month of June was a fill two up on the month of June. July was just a dud. July was a complete dud as far as like price action. It just really hurt a lot of people. The plays that we won, we had to really, really work for that because the pullbacks are very brutal, especially playing SPX is so harsh. And you got to just take your profits when you see those profits. So I kind of wish that we would stay gapped up on the market so we can play puts and close that gap, because they didn't even want to close the gap yesterday. Look, this market is right back flat. This mug got up to like 746 in like the pre-market last night. So they just pretty much took away all that move on SPY. Let me show you on ES. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh. Let me open this up. Show you what I was tracking last night. Look at this. They was uptrending, just higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Watch this. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, all the way back. So I wish they kind of would have stayed gapped up here and then closed the gap. Could have caught some puts and then let them bounce and play, bounce back to the upside and catch some calls back to the upside. Now it's pretty much like flat. So, and it might even keep going down even further. So it's like the market is so weird, man. So I got all of these price targets right here above. It's like all these little green lines, these green dots. That was the price targets for me. And then I got some 1 hour price targets right here to the upside. So I'm just afraid that today is going to consolidate, especially based off like this pullback in the last hour and a half. I mean, they had a fill two up on a 4 hour, which caused the market to sell off. So the last 8 hours they've been selling. So they bought up for the first 8 hours, 2 4-hour candles that were green. This one was a fill two up on the 4 hour. Then they just broke this, been selling it this last hour. So 7 hours, pretty much, it'd be 7 hours and 10 minutes of just selling. And then when this candle is complete, you got like an hour left, 1 hour and 10 minutes left. Then it'd be a full 8 hours of red of selling, unless they just out the gate buy all of this shit back up. But I still got all of these price targets back to the side. I just don't know if they're gonna do it this week or next week, or they can just sell the whole thing off again, like they've been doing. They just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. But the pullbacks are really hard. So if you profitable on your trade, man, just take your money, man, get out the way, because don't nothing last long in this market. One second you up, next second you down if you holding. So if you catch a good move, just get out of it. I've been watching this thing sell. I just really wanted this to stay gapped up. And then when I thought the market was going to gap down, they just gapped it up. And now because we had a lot of selling on Wednesday, and then they just damn near took away the whole move yesterday. And so now we opening right back at the same level. So I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna be ready. We're gonna be prepared. But on SPY, that's what I wanted to show you guys on the daily. So yeah, you have this support line, support. And then you got this trend line to the downside. So you get into an area, they running out of room. So it's like, which way they're going to break out? This is what I'm looking at. But if I got to be real, based off this 2-day chart right here, they're going to, I think, in my opinion, break to the upside. I really wanted to see that market break down, but it just ain't doing it. So we just got to wait. So you got this trend line right here, this resistance, and then now you got this resistance. So it looks like it's about to break out of this as resistance based off this candle closure on the 2-day time frame. Let me see what the week look like. Okay, and so another thing that can happen too, which if they do this, I think they're gonna break all-time highs. If they close this week green, meaning push up and close this candle green today, that's gonna be a fail 2 down on the week. Right now, when I turn on the Strat Assistant, it's just a regular 2 down. But if right here, this was a fail 2 down on a week, and then it broke above this, went up. So they can close this green and then try to take out this high next week, or even this high. So yeah, they're just, the way they saved it yesterday kind of had me like, well, and then on the month, we're still stuck inside month. Let me show you. This is the one candle. So like last month, this candle closed red. This month, this candle's going to close red for the most part. We got 7 hours left, unless they just do something miraculous and then go hit all-time highs today. It'll be on the way. Oh, shit. Excuse me. So sorry. So I'm looking to see this line break to either the upside next month or the downside. So the high and low of this candle. As long as you're still inside here, I think that is, for me, I'm going to just still play light, because this range is terrible. It's just terrible. Summertime is choppy. It reminded me back here last year where we just stayed right here for months and months, and options was, man, it was it was tough. It was tough. Just a little choppy range right here. This like 3 months right here. This little box right here. This 4 months. I was like, sheesh. And it kind of got that same feel. So as long as you stay stuck in this range, it's gonna be tough. There you go. That's your range. We just been ping-ponging inside of here. We haven't broke above or below this in the last month. So July, I thought July was, not too bad, like price action wise. But this month, it was the worst all year for me that I've seen. It was the worst all year. So, let me see, I don't see anything. Yeah, like most definitely, Drainer, they definitely do those moves on purpose. It'd be so tough. It'd be so tough. I'd be like, geez. So that's why I just telling everybody, man, like, I know I sound like a broken record in my class, but in my group, it's just, I just understand we're in such a tight range. We just need to make a decision on the market. That's why, I was a bit disappointed that they pushed right back up. They sold the market off and got right back above on this trend line. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to see that second confirmation candle close below this red candle, but they just wouldn't do it. They just would not do it. So now I'm looking to see this trend line break to the upside. Very, 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 very frustrating price action for me. Because, you got to think, I'm thinking we had this big ass red candle. Shit, I'm thinking, okay, we're at least going to try to test the lows. Nope. It gapped it up, closed above it, and then stay right below this resistance line. Tough. Now you got this 2-day hammer, which makes me think they're probably going to try to push up today. But I really wanted them to be gapped up and then take out. I wanted to play puts, try to close some of that gap, and then maybe get calls to bounce back to the upside. So Oh my goodness, I have been yawning like the last week and a half, y'all. I've been going really hard, been very, very busy. Excuse me for that. But like I said, just looking at this downtrend line, and this is on the SPY right here. Boom, 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 boom. And I think we're going to try to do this today. Try to go take out these highs right here at 745. And then possibly even this one right here on the 2-day chart. So you got that daily gap fill. For everybody, you got 2-day call entry. Price target on a daily. Oops. Let's get the strat levels for targets. SPY. I already did SPX. $741. 741. 69 cents plus $8.86. We can fall as low as 732. Okay, these are the ranges. Put entry 4 hour. All right. Inside count on 1 hour. Put entry and call entry. $1 for everybody you got. These are the levels. And you got these highs right here that are 1 hour price targets to the upside. And that's it. Well, that's all I got for right now. I'm about to log on with my class. I'll see y'all on the next stream.